It's a joy to walk into the bathroom through exactly what we would need to have the project done correctly. And there's no substitute for experience. In advance, all that stuff, and Donnie gives you all that information in advance.
I'm behind the camera. It's Donnie D over here. This is Vincent, and I'm just going to interview him. He's an amazing client. I love to have more like himself, so he's just going to give us a little bit of feedback for you guys watching this in the future. Would you please tell us your name and where you live?
I'm Vincent Timpone, and I live in Monroe, New Jersey, in the Renaissance.
Great. What problem were you trying to fix?
We were actually looking to update more than a problem being fixed. It was a bathroom that needed a remodel, but more importantly, it was adding a steam shower to our home. That was an important part of this project.
Awesome. Can you tell us why you wanted the project done?
So this was a 60th birthday present to myself. I've been wanting a steam shower in my home for a long time, and it's an investment. There's a lot into it that goes into it. 60th birthday present to myself, building a steam shower, and then we obviously wanted to remodel the entire bathroom while we were doing a steam shower.
Great. What made you call us initially?
Yeah, so doing a steam shower is a little different than doing a shower. It's more complex. So tried to do some research on what contractor in this area would be able to kind of help me with that project, a little bit more detailed and intricate than just a regular shower. Read some reviews, had a couple of people come in, Donnie D being one of those. After getting all of the proposals from everyone, we didn't go with the least expensive proposal. We went with the proposal we thought we were going to get the most quality from. And so we decided, based on reviews, based on Donnie's information that he posts online, showing folks how he works and the details that he goes through, that was the reason we chose Donnie.
All right. Why did you trust us with your project?
A little redundant on that question.
Yeah, well, you answered that one.
But the reason we trusted him is because, if you look at Donnie's, attention to detail, and if you go through his videos from years past, you'll see that a steam shower was not something new to him. He's been doing waterproofing, and the steam shower is a little bit more than waterproofing. I learned vapor proofing, and he's been kind of putting videos up on that for some time. So I knew he had a lot of experience with it. There's no substitute for experience.
All right. What was the experience like working with us?
So again, attention to detail when you're doing a project like this is important, and pre-planning, very important. So it was very, very helpful for my wife and I that Donnie was able to kind of walk us through exactly what we would need to have the project done correctly and what we would need to have on site to do the project correctly. All of that's pretty important, but more important in today's world than it's ever been before, because getting product today is almost impossible. And if you order something in advance and somebody tells you it'll be there in a week, it's not going to be there in a week. So having the foresight that Donnie gave us to make sure that we understood all of the details that went into the project and everything that we needed to be, because while Donnie does the work, you have a job to do, and that's getting everything here on time, properly fitting everything in its place. So it was important that we knew in advance all that stuff, and Donnie gives you all that information in advance.
Great. Vincent helped out a lot with this one. He did a lot of research and all that, and made sure we have what we need for the most part. So that really helped. All right. Did anything unexpected happen during the project?
Anything, many things unexpected happen during a project. I guess that's one of the rules that you can live by, is that something will pop up, right? So how do you deal with that, right? So you hope that you have somebody who has experience and understands that there's going to be issues that pop up, and they've seen these things before, right? Because there's no substitute for experience, and when these things pop up, having somebody that's been through it, understood it, and knew how to get us on track to finish the project correctly and on time is important. And it's interesting because Donnie's got a lot of experience at this, and he's been doing this for quite some time, and he's good at it. And so you kind of almost feel for that person who's new at this job, who doesn't have a track record, who doesn't have experience. They may have talent, but there's no substitute for experience. And so talent and experience together becomes a great package. And so when things popped up, several of them did, we were working with someone who was able to handle those, keep the project on budget, keep the project on time.
All right. How does us fixing your problem affect your day to day?
Yeah, so fortunately we didn't have a problem, but what we did have was a need for a master bathroom, and how does it affect me every day? It's a joy to walk into the bathroom, to see it finished, but to be able to use my steam room for both mental and physical rehabilitation and health affects my day-to-day extremely a lot. You know, I would say if you're putting a new master bathroom in, you're going to love it, and it's so much nicer to walk into it and to use it, and new showers is great. But then if you happen to want to go that extra step and put some kind of steam shower in, I can guarantee you that will bring you joy and peace. So every day.
What would have happened if you didn't hire us?
So that's a guess, right? But I have to, I would shudder to think, right? So you know, this project went well. It went on time, and it finished as we wanted it to be finished. I can only imagine that had we gone with someone who didn't have the talent and experience, because again, it's two parts to it as far as I'm concerned. There's talent involved, and then there's experience involved. And I assume if we have gone with someone else, we may not have been as pleased as we are right now. Look, there's a lot of contractors out there, right? And so, you know, and there are good ones. We picked a very good one. We picked a great one. We picked one that has, you know, great tiling skills, coordination skills, his pre-planning. There's a lot that goes into a project, and we're glad we picked Donnie to run our project because it finished just exactly the way we wanted it to be finished.
Amazing. Would you recommend us to people you know or other folks looking for a project like this or similar?
So I think there's two parts to that question, right? Would you recommend? That's one part. But even greater than that, would you have them do another project for you, right? Because that's recommending it to yourself, actually, right? So to me, there's two parts to that. So we've already not only talked about Donnie's work, but shown it off to our friends who've been here at the house and highly recommended him for the project. But even greater than that, my wife, we're going to need to do a backsplash in the kitchen, and we're going to need to have that tiled shortly. And we've already prompted Donnie to take measurements so that he's prepared to help us with that. I think we can all understand that, you know, having somebody do the work for you when you're pleased with it and inviting that contractor back into your home to do more work for you is the ultimate compliment.
Amazing. That's all the questions we got. Thank you for your time today, Vincent.